What's up with it, Gerald? We got something new for y'all. We about to start up, man. I think y'all gonna like this shit. Chris, what's up, boy? The Casamigos is on deck. Let me know, man. I've been telling you, slide on down. Waiting on this man P to get on here. We about to chop it up. What y'all on this Sunday evening? Football. Getting ready for the work week. What's up? Nino, what's up, my boy? P, where you at, baby? We're putting some shit together where I'm about to be having some conversations with some people on live cast, not a podcast. So, Nino, you know I got to get with you on the episode one time for shit show. And we got to get our makeup episode in for the pod. I'm sorry, Gerald, bro. I feel you. I bet you when I light this weed, P gonna pop up. It's like a bat signal. Son, you, what's up, my boy? Let me know I'm on deck, bro. Shouts out to EQ the Misfit, man. We started this shit on Instagram the other day. We're gonna be going live tomorrow talking about Coach Prime. I can't wait to talk about that. I got you, bro. I just looked at him today. I said I need to burn that motherfucker for you. Let me know when you free. We gonna use that as a chop it session too. Play you some of this new shit. Yeah. We got some new music on the way too. I'm coming right back. I'm not waiting. Just trying to keep this content coming for y'all. Keep this music coming for y'all. Keep this merch coming for y'all. Keep these events coming. I know this wintertime done killed a lot of the outside activities, but I'm put some shit together. Just stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned. There you go.
What's up with it? What's up with it? Shit, what you know good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm about to turn the music down so I can hear you a little better. What's good?
Shit, cooling out.
See you
Talking around in the studio.
See you in that ambiance.
Yeah, you know it.
I like seeing you light up like that, bro. That's as long as we've been doing this shit, bro. It's fun to find ways to still make it fun and exciting. You feel me?
Oh hell yeah, man! It's fucking beautiful. Like, I love the way how I get into shit and get on to my next shit and keep it going. And shit, this was just one of the things. What's up with you?
Like, how was it? Well, let's start here. You one of the first people I knew that had your own studio set up. So what made you get your own studio set up, and when did you get it?
Shit, insecurity. I before I really knew I could rap, I used to make burn CDs and shit like that, and then I figured out I had a recording program on my computer and shit, so I just started recording shit on there. From the jump, I've always had the studio, bro.
What was the program?
I think it was like Acid or some shit like that.
Bro.
Oh yeah, this motherfucker was back in, boy.
I remember my one producer, he used to use, shouts out to MH, he used to use that to sample, but he never did nothing really else with it. But I know you could record in there, but that's like what, 04, 03?
Yeah. I mean, shit, it's a shitty program now, but shit, it was getting the job done then.
If you needed to do it, you feel me?
That shit, boy, I was doing mixtape instrumentals like crazy, like hell, just honing the craft, putting in that 10,000 hours. You know how that shit go.
That's what a lot of niggas don't know. The 10,000 hours is mandatory. The personal studio speeds up to 10,000 hours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Niggas used to be mad because like I want to do all the songs, and then sometimes like on the instrumental side, I want to, you know what I'm saying? We'd do like the group shit, and then like I go and do it by myself.
But you live with the studio.
I needed to practice, and I lived in the studio, so shit.
We all need practice. That's the best thing about having your own studio. Even when you're dead serious, you're still practicing.
Well, shit, we had that convo before, remember?
Go into it.
Before you got your shit, and motherfucking, you was talking about, man, being worried about going to the studio and making sure.
If you gotta put in 10,000 hours, imagine having to wait.
Oh yeah, that's why I be seeing certain shit, and it be like, damn, man, niggas gotta wait to go to the studio and drop it.
And then you be like, and you look at your shit and be like, oh well, get back on your shit. You feel me?
I mean, not necessarily. I don't look at it like that, but I mean that's kind of the reality of it.
Look at it like that. You look up and you're in the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I have this. You feel me?
Hey man, I mean, shit. We some of us attain to have the things that we want to have in certain ways, and some of us don't.
But we all could if we actually just put our focus in real 100% effort into manifesting that shit.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Should be simple for real. It's just motherfucking
That's the thing. When I used to see you and your setup, I used to be like, how does he have this shit? Like, it seemed like so much further away than it actually was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a thin but thick line between taking initiative and not. Like, it seems so much harder than it is until you just do it. You feel me?
Well, it's just always been a no-brainer for me, for real. Like, the type of artist that I am, like, hell, I push it. I push the envelope so much. I can't be doing that shit in front of just any random engineer.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the intimate level of music. Sometimes you only get to that level alone.
Exactly, and then like I'm not one of them trendy music maker type niggas to where it's like,
right.
You know, I mean, granted, To The T did kind of fall in the middle of all that pole talk, but shit, like.
But this is the thing. I know you enough to know, like, as cliche as that content was, it wasn't cliche to who you are. So it's just.
Oh yeah, cause shit, y'all was coming over your house every day. Look what I got.
That nigga will have guns on him. He forget he got on him. What's up, boy? But yeah, man, just knowing you enough to know, like, nah, he really into this shit. And that's the thing about these conversations that I want to have on these lives is I want to talk to people that I know love what they do with no payment behind it. You feel me?
Right.
It's like your fetish with guns is like a person's fetish with shoes.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some motherfuckers love shoes. Some motherfuckers love collecting the empty bottles after they drink them. You feel me?
Yeah, nigga used to do that. I don't even drink no more like that though.
Right, but I'm just, and that's kind of not, you know. But
no, I get what you're saying though. Like, as far as
everybody got their own little connoisseur thing they do. You feel me? Like, some motherfuckers like you used to save the Swisher boxes. You feel me?
Yeah. I was kind of sorry to see the motherfuckers go, even though I ain't smoke swishers like that. And
right, it's almost you getting to see how much miles you put on your lungs.
Man, that last math of that shit was like, boy.
How many of them?
But we all gotta die, so.
Yeah, that's another conversation. Let's talk about when you started with the GT part of your career. You feel me?
Okay. So what part of it you want to talk about?
Let's just talk about how far you guys got to take it as a group, and then how it was for you to be a solo artist after that. You feel me?
As far as we went as a group, like, I mean,
cause y'all was like that top level of the city as far as, like, you know, there's a level of talented people, but then not that level of talented people don't always equate to what's playing in the club.
I mean, honestly, bro, like being humble as hell, we was out of here, but we just didn't get out of here.
Right.
That's it. Like, we got content in
that era.
You said what?
I think, and I'm not, and this ain't to say like other people had similar success to y'all, but I feel like the album was like in a different way pertaining to a lot of different Dayton artists at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of us didn't really know how to leave.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, honestly, bro, like we was kind of hard headed for real. Like, you remember academics that used to put together the instrumentals and shit?
That's what a city nigga was in 2008, hard headed.
You remember that? You remember academics? What's that? Academics? Yeah, I think it was academics. No, Sycamore. Remember Sycamore from the instrumentals?
Yeah.
So yep. Sycamore he's the vice president or president Atlantic now.
Ask what group were you a part of? If you remember, I'm a Grind Till I Get It. The song Grind Till I Get It, that was GTC. That was P and Slim. That's when Peter Prophet was Polo.
Yeah, so
and I'm not saying we're not even. I'm just saying there's a couple eras ago, as far as, you know, the city was a lot of different layers of rappers ago. Let's just say that. You feel me? Again, shouts out to EQ, because this around the time when he was around and making everything make sense. You feel me?
Yeah. So damn, she just threw my whole shit off. What was I saying?
Do that. I told you, my shit that's how it just happened for me.
Type shit.
Oh, what's going on? But
my nigga.
Yeah, in the early stages of being in the group.
Oh yeah, Sycamore. I was talking about Sycamore. So, you know, Sycamore used to make all the instrumentals and shit that we used to rap over back in the G, right? So he's the president or vice president of Atlantic today. Like, we had a meeting with him when we dropped Grind Music, or right before we dropped Grind Music. He was gonna A&R our shit, and he told us to split that motherfucker in two, so that way we have two tapes and just put Grind Till I Get It on both of them. Now, granted, this is the vice president and president of Atlantic today that we had this meeting with 12, 13, 14 years ago. We said, fuck what you talking about, drop the whole tape, motherfucking, and he was sorry about that, like, motherfucking kind of sorry that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's what a single was back then.
Yeah. So it was little shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily paying attention to too much and not working enough. Like, shit, we was lazy. We got lazy.
Me and Nove did too.
Yeah, because motherfucking and then we was working on shit, but we kept changing the ideas of what we was doing, and, like, you know what I'm saying, when you hot, you ain't got time to do all that shit. Right. You do all that shit after you win, and then you take some time to come back and start over to win again. But, like, we hadn't won yet.
As I do these lives, I'm gonna be, you know, bookmarking little parts of the conversation that I feel like up and coming artists need to kind of look into a little bit more. Like, with this shit, bro, it's all about staying consistent enough to build momentum that stays consistent and growing. You feel me? Like, if you build some momentum and you stop working, the momentum don't pause where it is. It's go all the way back down, right? You got to start all the way back over from zero. You feel?
Yep. No, that's facts.
People with talent always get lazy because the talent is there and we know it's there, so we expect it all to fall in our lap just because of what talent. Yeah, but sometimes the buzz, you get high off the buzz too. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You with talent,
and sometimes shit, that shit makes sense where you at, but it don't make sense everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like for us at the time, like hell. Niggas couldn't really see the prize and going away and doing XYZ. I had to see MGK do that shit to know that's what was probably the route. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit that where it's like, all right, well, maybe we should have put it all on the line. Like, yeah, I know it's times where when
question, because a lot of artists from Dayton, we know we was there, they wasn't there, and I'm not saying it's like ha ha. I'm just saying. We learned a lot from this shit, and a lot of artists would have too if they would have went.
Yeah.
What did How Hip Hop Awards do for your perspective of what you saying at that time? Is that that it wasn't you know what I mean?
Well, first thing, I think the Hip Hop Awards let me know the levels of how cities treat their local musicians, how other cities treat their local musicians, especially the big cities. Yeah. It's different. It's way different. Like, hell, when we was up in Cleveland, you'd have thought them Cleveland niggas was signed to Rockefeller. Every single one of them. Like,
this is how it hit me. I realized what the difference is in the rollout in a big city compared to a small.
Oh yeah, it's always a whole lot more inclusionary.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like when I first got to Cleveland, bro, and we got out the car, I saw niggas putting posters on the poles. Like, not normal neighborhood poles, like they downtown, like on some.
What were you there for?
Yeah, but I ain't even had that shit. So
yeah, but you ain't have it. Like, I mean, granted, we had that shit back then, but even in that sense, like, hell, remember the CJ nigga from Cleveland?
He rapped,
but it was all money. Like everything that they did was just over the top. The music was all right, but the flex game was strong.
Mm-hmm.
Promo game was all the way there. Radio people, all them, everybody fucked with them, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, the music wasn't all the way there.
Right.
Or shit, I mean, I wouldn't even say that. It's just hell, you know. It just didn't work.
So
kind of like what Cincinnati do for their artists. How many Cincinnati artists we done seen on the cusp of being there or there, and it just don't work.
But that's more so the artist's fault.
I mean, shit, it's on the people. Like,
yeah, but
people don't fuck with it. The people don't fuck with it.
Like we said about the getting lazy with the buzz, and then like that don't just pertain to dating. I think everybody do.
Oh yeah, I mean that's with talent. Period. Like that I think that comes with a lot of talent. Like hell, motherfuckers that do got the talent and the work ethic, they always win. Or at least if they can stick it out long enough, they will win.
So do you think you took what you learned that y'all did wrong as a group into your solo career?
To an extent. I've yet to get as hot as I was then, so it ain't really.
Well, I mean, as far as consistency and work ethic, and
I've tried to. No, honestly, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Because like I haven't been as consistent as a solo artist. But I mean, hell, shit. For me, it was just an accomplishment to start putting shit out by myself anyway. Because throughout that whole time,
go ahead, my bad.
Throughout that whole time, I think we was a group from like 05 to 13. I probably made 10, 20, 30 projects by myself and never put them out, just honing. Or this shit that Slim was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna fuck with that, or da 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 da. Like, but I have a lot of fucking songs.
You still was practicing solo even in group?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How hard was it to like, because I'm gonna just say for me, like when me and Nove was a group, even when we wasn't a group, we was a group. You feel me? So when we transitioned into the lane of life he's in now, it was weird for me to like be by myself. You feel me? Like even without it being a like quote unquote group, it still felt like I'm by myself now. You feel me? How
for me it wasn't like that until I had to do a show.
Well, how was that?
Actually wasn't that bad because he was a part of it, but I mean at the same time, like, hell, I ain't think nothing of it. I rehearsed it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some of the things that I be thinking about it and take with me from like shit when, you know, we students of most, so we rehearse for shows, we record a certain way, X, Y, Z, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of weird, but really it ain't. Like, hell, like I'm not in GTC no more. Like, these are my songs that I'm performing.
Was your Half Boot your first solo album out release?
Okay. Yep.
That's crazy because I kind of knew that, but it don't feel like that.
Yeah, it don't feel like it.
So how long did it take you to like, because I know you said you made a lot of music while you was in a group solo. How long did it take you to come to the realization? Because I mean, I'm sure you was making music solo before you made the Half Boot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I got damn near a whole project of classic material that I made before the Half Boot, just getting back in the habit of rapping. Like,
I'm asking you about, like, going from just that little mental hesitation. You feel me? Mm-hmm. How was that? Like, how was it getting in shape mentally? You feel me?
Honestly, hell, I have been coming up with so much shit, and I had so much shit, and then I crafted the idea to Half Boot. So I was planning on putting it out anyway, and then you know, Jay had started moves or whatever, so I had jumped in with them, and that was just a little amplifier, or you know what I'm saying, something. It was damn near like a crutch for him, somebody to stand with, like, because I mean, in all honesty, like shit, I had everything damn near done by myself and came up with everything. It's
just what you. It was part of the old motions.
Yeah, it's like, all right, shit, I know how this machine runs. Motherfucking start up the Buick. You know what I'm saying?
So from the Half Boot, you kind of like, how did I mean, like, you know, the group sound and the group image is the group sound and the group image. How did you feel about the difference that people would perceive your music to be than the group?
That shit kind of be sucking though, cause motherfuckers still be asking for like GTC shit, and it's like, you're not getting GTC shit.
Right.
Like, I mean, I might put the nigga on a song with XYZ, like, hell, he don't be on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't enough requests for this nigga to want to try to do some music. Shit, it ain't enough for me to want to do it. Like, hell, I'm doing the shit that I want to do.
What you mean request?
Like, we way more cooler now as people and friends again than what we were when we was in the group. If that makes sense.
Me and Nove like that too. That's I oddly get that.
So it's like it's damn near a better space to where we don't have to be around each other.
Do you think that doing music with your friends affects the friendship even if it don't fuck it up?
Potentially. Because it's like, hell, if it, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers be having certain feelings about certain shit. So if it comes time to where you got to be honest about something, or you just feel completely different than how the other person feels, that throws a wrench and shit. And something as small as some music could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like differences in musical opinion can be like, I ain't talked to bro in like 2-3 days, type shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
And
But that's the whole thing. That goes back into like when you got your own setup in your own studio and XYZ. Like sometimes niggas take chances when you let niggas hear certain shit, and it's like, all right, well, nigga, I made a rock song. I'm not about to play the trap nigga the rock song.
right.
You know who I'm gonna play the rock song when I'm hollering at Tino. Tino, I know you sing in the band XYZ. I done sent Tino some alternative type shit that I done made XYZ because I know he'll feel it. But that's another thing about the motherfucking 10,000 hours. I done put it in like 30 or 40 because all the different various ways that I can do this shit, it's retarded.
And that's the thing about the 10,000 hours, bro. You can't seek financial reward in the middle of it.
I mean, you can. Everybody want money. But
No,
shit, the whole thing about it is like, if money is the thing, is you gonna go out to get the money and do what you need to do to get the money? Because if not,
but
then
that's
it's about the love of what you're doing.
all true. But I feel like getting money don't pertain to the 10,000 hours.
Nah, I mean, 10,000 hours is honing your craft. That's
You got to
making yourself a skilled person. Hold on, Alexa, turn the air cleaner on medium.
Y'all hear this shit?
Okay.
You heard that shit?
Shut up, man.
Smart video.
But yeah, the 10,000 hours. That's all motherfucking perfecting your, well, not even perfecting your craft, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? What they call it, a master class. It's craftsmanship.
You know, yeah. It's just I know a lot of people that don't really. I know that they ain't put that in, and they looking for the outcome of that.
Well, some of them said that it shows.
It always does.
You can't get away from that.
Me and EQ.
Can't get away from that at all.
Me and EQ's inside joke is I'm just trying to get established, man. That's those is, you know, and there ain't nothing wrong with having to get established, but established comes from the 10,000 hours.
I mean, I look at it now at a point where it's just like, hell, I'm down there writing the Bible myself, like.
Exactly.
Regardless of what any of this shit do, I can't stop making music. So, shit, we got a ways to put it out to where I don't have to be on to put this shit out.
Bingo.
So it's like, I mean, hell, nigga got the talent, the motherfucking. If I want to jump off a cliff at XYZ, but shit, I know I ain't the most focused. Like hell.
Yeah, but it ain't even about that when it's about comfortability.
I got a well-rounded life, man. So like, it'd be hard to like have that hunger of somebody that's starving for this shit. Like,
and it ain't even, again, I understand that, but it ain't about when you know what you trying to do as far as, you know, I said this the other day on Facebook, like, as long as people understand what I'm not trying to do, I'll always do what I love to do. You feel me?
yeah.
Like, bro, no, I'm not. When you ain't trying to do the most, not doing the most makes sense. Like, it seems like you can be focused more, but the goal ain't to be 1,000,000% a rapper. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
because I can't do that. Fuck, I look like I got a whole life going on. Like, I ain't about to be in dating there pretending to be one of these niggas they be making statuses about these fake local celebrities XYZ. Or shit, I still got to go to work and all that shit. Yeah. I still got to go to grocery stores and the shit. I might end up getting my Zai from the same nigga you get your Zai from. Like, so it ain't no who would I be to act like or even had that type of head on my shoulders like shit. And then I ain't that young to be that naive about shit.
That's the biggest. Like once you understand, like man, this is a young sport, bro. Like I'm not young no more. That's this day game.
Well, it's not even that it's a young nigga sport so much. It's just more or less like hell. It's damn near got to work a certain way for you to be an older nigga. But as far as like to be all out, like that's damn near. It's crazy that motherfuckers will look at a motherfucker that's going like super hard still for rap XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Because like how we be talking about all these other music forms and shit like that. Now, granted, I can see like if a nigga 45 on a drill beat talking switches and all that shit, that's different.
Bro, it's content makes sense for the age you are. It's cool, bro.
But hell, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? You can have a motherfucker with a damn near one of them type Grammy songs of the year type shits, and this could be this motherfucker's first song blowing at 48 years old. And it just is what it is.
Right.
Like, that's the crazy thing about the dynamic that I think that we all structured in. Because hell, even us as turning into the old heads of hip hop, like, the shit. We don't necessarily fuck with the old heads of hip hop, but then we got the shit that we grew up with, the certain shit that we take with us, and then shit like, hell, you listen to more of the newer shit than I do. Like you be tuned in, you tie me into a whole bunch of shit. And
but this
a lot of that shit going one ear and out the other, cause I just motherfucking I don't know, bro. It's like I got a certain amount of space for shit in my head, and like.
Right.
And then I'm so much of a sponge of music. I'm not trying to subconsciously swag jack somebody.
I don't know how I somehow can control the absorption. You feel me?
Yeah, it'd be amazing because, like, bro, you really like. Hey, y'all, we'd be talking to this nigga. He'll bounce from region to region and know what he's talking about and tell you why he's saying what he's saying about the region and shit like that. And I just like, okay, pass the weed. We'll play some beats. Cause I'm fucking like, but I know how I am, so it ain't that like I'll steal a motherfucker's what's the name or whatever. It's just it be certain influences that I don't even want in my shit. Like hell,
right.
That's like in interviews now. I don't even like the question of well, who are some of your influences in X, Y, Z because I don't have any anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have influences, but
the interviewer will say that.
Yeah, me? I mean, hell, I used to have influences, but now I'm myself. There is no like I'm under my own influence. Like you know what I'm saying? When I come up with the shit, like it's really all me now. I don't listen to my influences no more. Even though like it's the greats and XYZ, but like I don't know. Like I'm so much of a student and a child of the music that it's so much in me to where hell, if I do take something, you said what?
You don't gotta look for it no more.
Yeah, it's just there.
For sure. My nigga EQ always say, if you in tune with God, but even more so just being in tune with yourself and just being balanced enough to know what you are and what you're supposed to do. If you be quiet, bro, you're gonna get the answers without having to look for anything. You feel me?
No, that's facts.
And that's
definitely facts. And then like hell, the thing about it is like especially with being older and doing this shit like how we do, you gotta have shit to make you want to actually keep doing this shit. Like
right.
Motherfucking, it's one thing to make music, but to like try to package and put the shit out, and especially like
right.
if you doing this shit like how artistic a nigga is and the type of effort a nigga put in for 2,000 views or XYZ is like outrageous, but at the same time, shit, nigga, you could dump a whole bunch more money in the ads and promo and XYZ. But it's like that shit's. Sometimes niggas do that. They go ahead and pay the money for the promo and all that shit, and then it really you get the numbers, but you don't get the effect.
And when I get effect with smaller numbers, it mean more.
Of course, if you can move people, then you can feel what you're doing.
Exactly.
If you don't move nobody, then you don't feel shit.
Right.
Like hell. It ain't even necessarily gotta be physically. Like hell, if a nigga wanted to do some shit, cause like, I'm thinking about starting to do my shit how I see some of my other niggas do the shit where it's like, motherfucking, all right, well, they drop on the main streaming platforms or whatever, but then like have like another EP or some secret songs or some shit like that they drop on Bandcamp, and then yeah, I'm about to start taking it from the Lil Russell nigga and start doing a pay what you want to pay type thing.
Right.
Shit, motherfuckers go stream, but some people want to buy our shit, and CDs ain't it no more.
Exactly.
So motherfucking hell, on a case like that, nigga, well shit, go over to Bandcamp. You can buy the shit, download it, XYZ, da. Pay me what you want to pay me, whether it's 50 cents or $1, or if you want to give me $50 fucking dollars.
Period.
Because on the grand scheme of things, you know how many times a motherfucker got to listen to your shit to make 50 cents off of them?
You see what Meek Mill said?
I didn't.
And nigga said,
I don't pay attention to these niggas.
Right. The nigga said, and I just seen it on like somewhere where they was saying he was talking about the payout, the way the streams is with the payout. He said, bro, like who made this shit where you get $1,000 off 1 million views? Like who made this? Like this? You feel?
Yeah.
He like, bro,
it's crazy.
Streaming platforms. I want to drop straight to the people.
But then the whole thing about it is that like when you think about it on the lowly side on the promo, like motherfucker be there hit you, and that $1,000 it be didn't cost you like literally $1,000 in promo to get a million views.
It take $1,000 to make $1,000.
Stupid. But I mean, the greater goal is the promotion. But the thing is like I said, sometimes motherfuckers do that and that shit don't move.
In a rap today, my daughter can't fucking eat free promotion
at all.
Like, bruh, when a motherfucker don't want to be famous, what's in it for you now? When a motherfucker just be like, it's a good look for you.
I don't know. I mean, hell, like, I would say more or less like I said beforehand, we kind of addicted to this shit. So it has to be some type of structure to the way that we do it, because the artists in us won't let us do it fucked up way. Like everything that I do, I get into. So motherfucking, I'm gonna try to present it the best way that I possibly can. Like, so of course I'm gonna do that with the music. Yeah, I just redid my house, so motherfucking.
But think about this, right? A real painter, how into the presentation of his painting he is, it ain't based on selling it.
Nah, I mean it's just cooking. Like
you just a real painter.
Yeah, I mean, in my case, I guess I've always been that way because I've never been without a studio. Even when I wasn't like considering myself a rapper anymore, I've always been making music. I've always had a studio. Like, there's never been a time where I haven't been making. Like, I mean, in between the time from GTC and me coming out, yeah, granted, I didn't make music every day or every week or nothing like that, but like, there's not a year past where I didn't make no music within 3/4 out of the year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've always been that way. Like,
what you working on right now? What's coming up next?
My next project is it's called the Saint Tape. I'm putting that together right now. Like, I'm getting it mixed. The project's done. I need a couple more singers to come through, but some of them have been coming through. I got some dope shit on that.
I heard
the whole vibe of this one is completely different than my last shit. Like, and that's one of the things too. Like, I'm an artistry, bro. Like, motherfucking, I can't be the same guy every time, so that might not even work for me in the game. Because they like for you to kind of find the lane and stick in it.
Right.
I'm in all the motherfucking lanes because
Yeah.
I'm a diverse ass motherfucker. So, but the same tape, like, it's really just my rappy shit. But it's kind of conversational. Shit that I smoke and have a drink to. Shit that you might smoke and have a drink to. I mean, I do got some upbeat shit on it, but as I start to get older, a lot of my music is starting to get a lot more personal and full of wisdom, good and bad.
There is a such thing.
Yeah, so I got that. I'm gonna drop that at the beginning. You said what?
When you dropping that motherfucker?
I am dropping that in January.
Okay.
And then I got another project coming after that. I don't want to say the name of that. And then I got another project that I'm working on after that because I got this producer now. But me and Reese about to drop a project too.
Yeah, you told me about that. When that's coming out? Is that before your tape or after?
We trying to put it together. We did a bunch of songs and now we've been bullshitting with getting it out. He don't stop working. That's one thing I commend that nigga on. Like, he be consistent.
Shouts out to Reese. But guess what? He got his own studio at his house.
I told him to get his own studio too.
Me too.
Yeah, I told y'all niggas. He was like, bro, you got your own realm. I said, get your own realm. And then remember you went on that little drought?
How many years ago did I put it like that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Remember you went on that little drought once you got it though? And you was like, bro, how could you not record every day and da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, sometimes you gotta let that shit come to you, man.
Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, man. When did you say the you and Reese tape coming out before yours or after?
It'll probably be after for real. Well, I don't know because all our shit done. So, I don't know. That might beat me. Either way, like they coming and they're gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just wanted to tap in with you, man. Get the people a little insight on what you got going on, what you got coming. Like you said, the Saint tape is on the way. Look out for that in January. Shouts out to Reese, dude. He got a tape with Reese on the way also. That'll probably be sometime in 2023 after the tape. And make sure y'all go stream that Match Me. We already got a tape together. We probably going to do part 2 sometime soon, so be looking out for that.
Yeah,
and I just sent
part 2.
He already sent me some shit I'm about to get on. So, yeah, it's about to get back to the normal, man. It's just tap in on my nigga Peter Prophet, bro. Go stream his music. Go look him up on social media. Follow him up, all that good shit. And we're just going to go back to
sir. Yeah, man. I appreciate you hitting me up and having me on your live stream series, bro.
My live cast. That's what it's called.
Live cast. Oh, okay. Look, niggas, see, diversity. Like, niggas diversifying the bonds. Like, diversifying the dopest. Like, shit. That's one thing, too. Like, hell, niggas be having different hobbies or niches and shit that they get into. Like, I was in the guns last year. I'm still in the guns, but hell, I done picked up a home improvement bug as I done got a little bit older and with the quarantine and shit did to me. So now, like, I'm starting to figure shit out.
Sure.
That's part of the reason why my studio is dope as it is. Like, nigga, now I'm trying to figure out how to do my own lights and shit because I done spent bands on shit. I got some shit going now where, like, I just put this shit together my damn self. I then soldered the wires together, XYZ, like shit that I ain't even think that I ever be doing.
But it come off the common interest of you just like it.
while listening to beats that the Warrior sent me and coming up with ideas to that shit.
Shouts out to the Warrior, my boy.
Yeah, definitely shouts out to the Warrior, man. That's crazy. This nigga Feed basically. This nigga invited me over to meet my producer. Like,
it's a lot of here, man.
We like 40, 50 songs in, maybe more than that.
That's how I go.
That's crazy.
When I met Beats, I went like that too.
Yeah, man. No. He giving me all the good beats, just like you be keeping all your good ones, nigga. Yeah, you giving me all the good beats. All the good.
You gotta hold. There's some shit that you just gotta hold. You just got to.
Nigga, you be on there.
You got to. And I ain't even talking about me. I'm talking about all producers. They all tell you that shit.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Shit. That's why I just try to be a motherfucker's favorite artist.
But also, I also tell you all the time when you to pull up.
Yeah, that'd be true. That'd be true.
Because it's a different pocket now, bro. I'm telling you that now.
Shit. Well, maybe we'll do a live cast and I'll just come over there and you can come over here and we can chop it up that way.
My boy, I hit you in the morning.
All right, bro.
A few minutes.
Yep.